Hi everyone, it's about time to launch Module 3. I'm going to take you real quickly to the revised schedule. Module 3, we're going to be looking at quantitative research designs. I'm going to be honest with you, this is my most favorite part of the class. I love quantitative research. I'm kind of a dork that way. But I kind of want to show you what I've done to lay out this module. This is going to be very similar to what we do also in Module 4 when we talk about qualitative research. Your first week in this module is going to be pretty heavy reading. These 3 articles are pretty lengthy. And then I've provided some videos and some infographics to kind of feed into what you're learning. You're primarily in the first week in this module going to be focusing on the steps in quantitative research and kind of some broad general overviews of how we do quantitative analysis. And again, that means that we're going to be diving into statistics. I'm providing you a lot of information. I really want you to kind of dive in and play around with this because you may discover that this is the type of approach that you want to take with your research study. From there, I have selected 3 types of quantitative research. Experimental research, which is the most often used, correlational research, and survey research. And when you get into these weeks, like for example, week 6, when you're looking at experimental research, you're going to read one particular chapter about it. You're going to have a couple of videos, or in some cases, one video related to that. And then you're going to actually read a study that is done in the field of special education, and that's going to be the study that you're going to do your article analysis on. Same thing for correlational research. You'll have a chapter to read, a video to watch, and then you're going to read a study in the field of special education that is a correlational study, do your article analysis on that, so on and so forth. Do want to kind of guide you through this since you're going to be moving into your article analysis. This is, by the way, if you click on the Assignments tab and click on the Article Analysis Assignment folder, you can open up the assignment instructions, which I have opened here. So you're going to be conducting 7 article analysis. You're going to use this template for each one of them. So when you get to week 6 and you read the study by the Wexler et al., you're going to be using this format to describe the purpose, the literature review, and I've given you some guiding questions here, who their participants are and how they got permission to do the research study, what was the data they collected, how did they go about analyzing that data, and what were their key findings. Then I want you to write me a quick summary, 1 paragraph. Use what you've done here. See how I've kind of denoted for you about 1 sentence for each of those. Put that together and you have a nice annotation of the article, which really describes a nice summary of what the article was. And then the brunt of this is I want you to analyze this, right? So I'm going to go back here. Actually, I'm going to go here, show you. So when you're doing experimental research, you're going to be reading about experimental research. You're going to be watching a couple of videos. I want you to use that to help you analyze that article. And I also want you to use what you find in week 5. So week 5, all of these readings, all of these videos will help you analyze these articles that you're going to be reading. So in your analysis, you're going to write up a few strengths of the study. So in other words, think about that research design. Think about what they found and why are these strengths for the study. And then I want you to actually put on your critical lens a little bit and find areas where they could have improved their study. For example, you're going to be talking about threats to validity. Or maybe they had issues with how they reported their findings. Or maybe you think there's a problem with how they identified their population. So be kind of critical about what they did and provide some areas where you think they could have done better. And the very final thing you're going to do is take what you actually learned from reading this study and tell us how you're going to apply that to your own classroom or school. So again, I'm pretty excited about this. You're going to be launching into a deep dive into quantitative research. Do want to just share with you to not be overwhelmed. There's a lot that goes on with quantitative research. I'm hoping that you'll find a way to use it in your proposal. But if you feel like this is not your cup of tea, do not worry, because we're going to move into Module 4, which is qualitative research, and that might just be your cup of tea. Do not get too caught up in the math. There are certainly ways that you could dive even deeper into descriptive or inferential statistics. Really, for this class, I want to just kind of get an overview, understanding of what it is. And again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me a quick email, and I'll be happy to provide another update or even a Zoom meeting if we need to do that as well. Take care.